Hello, everybody, and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, broadcasting the Minish Cap Randomizer Tournament Season 2. We got the semifinals for you today. It's NesmaN88 versus ThyDarkHorse, Game 2 of their matchup. Commentating for us with Eyeball02 and Myth197. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Good evening. So yeah, this is game 2. ThyDarkHorse has already taken one game of this best of 3 series. And this time they got a myth seed, so who knows how that'll turn out.
Yeah, I wonder.
The runners are going to suffer, so usual Minish Cap rando news, but you know.
NesmaN asked for this. NesmaN wanted a myth seed, so we're getting a myth seed.
Are you sure you didn't just make that up, Myth?
I mean, we got a boomerang and that's it.
You got an element in the hash.
Oh, okay then. Right, we got NesmaN in the purple tunic and ThyDarkHorse in the brown one.
And they start with boots and cane!
Okay!
What are those starting items?
And we get a map check.
Yeah, that was no fortress, no crypt.
Yeah.
So those boots, a bit less important than they might have otherwise been.
Yeah, crypt is still a pretty check-dense location. So
oh yeah,
eventually
they are
when
going to go to
get
crypt if they get a chance, but it's just...
Yeah, absolutely. God, what do you want to do with those two items throw away? Do you just do town checks?
Yeah,
town
do you
minutes?
rush finish checks in town?
Because you don't really have that. Or do you go to do you go to Castle Courtyard and then do the minish checks there? Because they're pretty slow. But it's probably going to be their last location if they don't find anything in town. It's going
I would
to be...
want to go like these 3 front minish checks, just get them out of the way right away.
Yeah, I mean, both of them are going for...
Both of them are going for some
minute.
of those checks. ThyDarkHorse starting with Stockwell Attic, while NesmaN's going to the Bakery Attic.
Yeah, well, you can check the shop item here at the same time. The shop items here after getting the roof chest.
And then just quick pop out. ThyDarkHorse only found a boomerang there. That's unlikely to be helpful.
Yeah, so those town minish checks didn't have anything.
Yeah, at that point, I think I would go to the courtyard, and then coming back, you have the when you have the quick point at the north end of town instead, go to Karlov more easily. Like getting access to Karlov with the cane is a bit awkward. And
yeah, absolutely. You want
to
yeah, you set the quick warp there because you've also got the 2 checks in the library, in the school as well. It's got
right. There's 2 checks in the school that are along with the visual item on the handle force out there that are somewhat valuable to get. Okay, NesmaN is going to go over to cut off the...
I'm experiencing deja vu right now. I swear NesmaN did this last time.
Maybe.
I'm getting mad deja vu right now. Like, I swear.
I feel like I've seen NesmaN do this before.
NesmaN did it exactly this thing. He also, as a minish, tried going down into Karlov's house last time as well. This is just exactly the same as last time. Okay,
and
ThyDarkHorse got bombs.
It turns out Mayor's Basement has a bomb blade.
Yeah.
And there's the magical boomerang, there's a spin attack, and 1 book. As well as a wallet, but there's nothing in the shop, so that's not useful. Kind of disappointing South Harrowfield to Ruby Cave.
Okay, there's the sword as well.
Okay, there's the sword. And that kind of, like... They got Minish Loop.
Yeah, I expect ThyDarkHorse to do that now. Oh, there's another book already. That is 2 books down. And a bottle. Oh my god, this is actually pretty loaded early.
That's Cave of Length Access.
We're only 4 minutes in right now, and we have a lot that is open. And there's another bomb bag.
Hey, a second bomb bag.
I mean, that's still locked behind the first one.
Oh yeah. Well, it's locked behind some way to break trees, and for all we know, that does require the first bomb bag.
Yes, so when you open the pause menu and go over to the map screen, the elements that appear on the map indicate where the elements are on the in dungeons.
Yeah, so there's only 6 spots for items that the elements can be shuffled to under these settings. That are the bosses, where the elements can be in vanilla, the Ocarina check, and the pinstone that you usually get from the Ghost King. So those 6 item locations that are at the end of dungeons can have elements, and the map just shows you where they are.
Dark Horse is opting to save scum here.
You have a bomb bag, why wouldn't you go to Banari?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They're not doing a reverse Minish loop. They did it the standard way, and are they gonna save scum here and then go back around? They are.
Why?
Okay.
Like, if they had found, say, flippers on the way or something that made them go to North Manishwoods, sure, but you got Bellari area, you want to go there. Why would
He's going to go to the Bellari
go...
area now. Wondering if this is a... Surely that's not faster.
No, there's no... Like... Don't think it is.
Okay, there's the
There's
flippers.
flippers. That's North Manishwoods and Goron Cave through there. As well as, like, mode.
Yeah, they're doing the Minish Woods Great Fairy now. I expect them to definitely go to Bellari area now because you've got that Flipper's Cave as well, which has got 4 items.
Do you dip Deepwood?
Do you dip Deepwood? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. You got Granulexos. That's...
Yeah, you have way too much to be doing right now. If you didn't have any bottles, it's like the flippers were the only thing that you had, probably.
Yeah, like after Goron Cave, you maybe want to go there, but with all of Krenel being accessible, probably not.
I think Nesman's going to do Bellari area and do those.
Yeah. No? Nesman?
Nesman's
He
doing.
hasn't done Manishwoods yet. And he's going to do North Manishwoods first, maybe? He did find the flippers already, so...
Oh, this might be just a. They go up to Syrup Hut, then quick walk from Syrup Hut, then go back to Bellari.
No, if you go this far, you check Goron Cave, right?
Yeah.
And at that point,
Yeah,
you can
maybe.
still...
Okay, yeah, that might be it. They might be going around to Goron Cave, and then after Goron Cave, they'll go straight down.
Yeah, like Nesman hasn't done the Minish loop yet in either direction. ThyDarkHorse is the one who orphaned Bellari area for no reason.
Save scumming Deepwood.
I mean, that's info.
It's not a terrible decision.
You are as close as you're going to get for a while.
Yeah, you're not going to come back here until you get.
Like Nesman hasn't gone that way yet. Nesman might just go dip Deepwood while doing Minish loop, right?
No, he's actually okay. After this check, after he does the
After
pop,
this, he might go there. He might go to South Bay Falls instead.
Yeah, you either do. You go to Minish Woods right now, or you're not going to Minish Woods for a while.
Yeah, and not
Yeah,
going
no,
to Minish Woods for a while is
Okay.
unconventional, but it's like you can do that in this situation. You can get the element from Care of Flames. like, if you find a Gastja on the Krenel on the way, then you want to go into Deepwood. So it's like, if you hope for that, you can maybe.
Okay, there's our first Kinstone. That is a
that was a caster Kinstone.
One we're not looking for.
Well, you say that like there's nothing in Fortress.
Yeah, I think my seeds give and take, so it will be like, here's a lovely beginning, and then, you know, our last Kinstone's on Mazao. It's
the second caster Kinstone.
It's the second one. Oh boy.
So Vayforce had 2 caster Kinstones so far?
Well, at least they're both getting this early.
Is it a good thing?
But it just means we're going to have a close race. Oh, and Nesman's going to be the first person to go to Tingle. Are they even going to go do Tingle Tree?
No, NesmaN is going to mode here. Wait, no? He's just... NesmaN...
Okay.
Why would you not do mode then?
Yeah, I'd grab the mode check.
I guess he... Where's his quick hop point? It's where Forest. That's not a good spot for it to be. Huh. Like, you do mode there, you maybe even check the item North Vayforce, and then you take that road to Krenel, but... NesmaN's just skipping some checks on the way for no reason. Well, it saves time if those are nothing, I guess.
I mean, NesmaN and ThyDarkHorse are runners that are both known for skipping a lot of checks.
Yeah, but like, you're right there.
Yeah, it doesn't... to us, it doesn't make much sense, but to them... there's a reason why these two are still in the tournament,
so
and
I guess NesmaN saves time by not doing those checks. But how do you make that?
Like, putting off Tingle Trees for 10 minutes is normally not a great idea in the first place.
There's that too.
Okay,
hey,
there's
a jab on that. We already have flippers.
I expect ThyDarkHorse just to find like something in here. I don't think the Javanut was it.
Oh, you're still thinking there's something here? Maybe a green sword.
Okay, what am I talking about? NesmaN never
NesmaN skipped it. It can't be anything that'll hurt him. Right?
Yeah, there's nothing in Minish Woods. There's nothing in Tingle Trees. NesmaN's about to find progression here in Krenel. Right, last check for ThyDarkHorse here in Tingle Trees.
Well, there's all of Courtyard also. NesmaN skipped all of that too.
There is all of Courtyard.
They have 4 checks there, 1 in Vayforce.
Yeah, horseshoe theory. Horseshoe theory that NesmaN is never in the wrong.
Yeah, if NesmaN skips it, it's nothing. That is a thing.
Yeah, NesmaN gonna have to take a little bit of a slow route here. Did they get hot spring water? They did, didn't they?
Yeah, NesmaN got the...
Yeah, cause that's their only way of getting up to the main part of Mount Krenel.
Yeah, and Cave of Flames, which is the main reason to be here.
Yeah, exactly. You got your cane, so you can do the shortcut to Cave of Flames. Oh, that's a Tingle Trophy.
How much do you want to just turn that in before going any further? It's not worth it, right?
It's not worth leaving right now, no. Actually, no. Right now, right there, when he was in that cave, if he quick warped, that's fine.
Yeah,
like,
you quick warp,
the
you
last
save,
shot.
you make the, but like that's the only spot where you can maybe make that call. all, and that's a bit hard on the memes.
I mean, NesmaN does like rushing memes, so...
Yeah, but I don't think...
Also, hearts? Hello? We're still on 3 hearts and we've... Okay,
yeah,
Dark picked up one.
it'll be fine. You don't take damage here, right?
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 Yeah, it's not like this
It's
is
not like
the
if
most
you
likely
just
spot you
walk
die
into
here.
the dust there, you take damage, or that there's spikes in that other cave that NesmaN's probably going to go to. I mean, at least if you die, you save, you turn in the Tinker trophy, and if it's nothing, you reset.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
I mean, Ocarina does let you go around the overworld a little bit faster, but boots also help out a lot with that. Especially in Hyrule Field. Like, going across Hyrule Field is so much faster with boots.
Yeah, no. Like, with an Ocarina, you would just go get the Wind Crest at Cave of Flames, and then maybe, like, then you can turn the thing trophy without issue, but... sword there.
Yeah, there's a sword in Lower Krenel for NesmaN. Dark Horse doesn't want to go to Krenel right now. They're sticking around town.
Okay.
Did Dark Horse do moat?
Yes.
Yeah, they did. Okay.
It wasn't anything, which we knew because NesmaN skipped it, but...
Yes. As concluded by Horseshoe Theorem. Okay, there's the mitts.
What do those open? It's
A lot.
Town digging...
all of Lake Hylia is open.
Oh, you're right, that's lake access.
Yeah, it's lake access.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, I think NesmaN's route here is pretty clear. It's do everything that they can do in Krenel right now, get the element off of Gleerock, and then head over to Lake.
Yeah, I'd do town digging on the way, but like... Or like, tribute digging caves, town digging both.
Yeah. You have to go through Minish Woods digging to get to there as well.
Yeah, of course. Like, you're not going to use the Witch Cave as a connector to Lake without checking the item.
Yeah, but there's also the in the Light Cave right next to it as well.
Yes.
There's the 2 chests there. Yep, we got Dark Horse following NesmaN into Krenel. They're, I want to say about 4 minutes behind here going into Krenel because they were checking stuff in town.
Yeah, but they also just have those checks done. I don't think NesmaN's going to be able to avoid all of those.
I mean, there wasn't anything in town.
No, but it's... Like, sure, if you're going to an element that you can pick up, you might skip Tinker trees, but if you end up looking for items later, are you really not going to do that ever?
Well,
there's Western Woods access. That changes NesmaN's route slightly.
That does change it a lot. You got to go to Western Woods straight after the dungeon.
The real question there is, like, do you dip into caster? How much do you want to do? Like, I can't do a lot.
That's difficult.
Well, they can do a fair chunk. Like, the bow doesn't block that many things, right?
I think it depends on how NesmaN's feeling. I think they may decide that Krenel's Caster's the worthwhile play today and go for it. He's got to consult.
I'm not even going to try to
horseshoe.
predict NesmaN's route. That never works out. But
it's definitely a consult the horseshoe. Alright, there is the boss key. So... doesn't NesmaN just skip the basement here in Cave of Flames? Just do the boss and leave?
I think I would, yeah. Like, you can come back with an ocarina. Can come, like, even if you don't find an ocarina, you're going to be back to Krenel with a grip ring to do Grey Blade at some point. Probably will find a cape somewhere else. Make those checks way faster if you even come back for them.
Already, right now, NesmaN has knowledge of where all of the keys are here, because the two small keys were right at the beginning, and then the boss key was on the visible spot. So, here he's just checking for items.
Yeah, I mean, these checks are on the way. You're not going to leave them.
I mean, you can just quick warp and then go through the minecart.
Yeah,
you don't
but the cape doesn't save that much time on this.
Oh no, not here.
Like, that's not worth it.
Or you just make the gamble.
Like, you would do that if you were in Go mode. But
yeah, if you're in Go mode.
For items.
I mean, this is kind of turning into like a classic Seed. Like, it's always... you're always going to be heading to Cave of Flames and doing this dungeon if it's required round about now.
Well, if you find the game early enough, yes.
Yeah.
Like, that is one of those items that can be a bit late. It wasn't late this seed, though.
Yeah, the question is what items are going to be hidden super late in this seed?
We haven't seen a cape yet.
I mean, it's going to be in Western Woods, right? It's just going to be there. If you don't get an early cape... Yeah, I think
like there's going to be a bow in this, and the last caster can stun.
No quick kill from NesmaN on these guys. He's just throwing bombs at them. I guess if you got 50 bombs, why not?
Yeah, works.
I mean, well, with spin attack, you should just do the quick kill.
If you know it.
If you know it.
But
yeah, exactly, Hendris. The quick kill was so fast.
Though nothing is quite as satisfying in that room as the Fire strat.
No, it's a stupid strat. You literally stand still, wait for them all to clump together, and then drop the bomb.
It's awesome.
Okay, ThyDarkHorse is opting to check these two checks first before heading into Cave of Flames. If there's a cape here, that's gonna save them a lot of time.
I mean, you'd still do these before basement every time, right?
Yes. Yeah,
So,
definitely.
It's not
Actually,
bad.
yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't. No, NesmaN
Like,
would
it saves
have.
time if the big key is like vanilla or something and there's a cave there. Then it saves a lot of time. Otherwise...
Yeah, but you don't know that before.
Like, it doesn't lose that much time doing it this way, though. Like, sure, you got to turn Minish twice, but...
Oh, NesmaN. Okay.
Okay. Apparently there's something in the basement because it's just not scared.
Yeah.
Does it work that way around? I don't think it does, right?
I don't think so. No, NesmaN does, like, we have seen
does do
NesmaN
checks
include...
that don't have items sometimes.
Yeah. It's just nothing that they skip. And then forget about. Oh, that was a bit dodgy.
I mean, it looked about as clean as that shred always does to me. Which is to say, it always looks dodgy.
Because it started, it was like some diagonal movement, and then it was changing direction mid-movement. That's what it looked
Oh,
dodgy
he
to me.
got to the other
But
platform.
if you get it across, then whatever
Whatever
floats
works.
your lava platform.
No?
Alright, NesmaN's got 3 more checks here in the lava basement. And NesmaN... Yeah, okay, NesmaN checking this does not necessarily mean that there's going to be something here, but... Won't be surprised if there is something.
Yeah, since NesmaN skipping it would have meant that there's nothing here.
Yeah.
It does suggest that there might be something here. Doesn't guarantee it.
Okay, 1 chest left. It's the big chest.
Or maybe NesmaN just forgot that he already has the boss key.
I mean, he went and grabbed it.
Yes, I know.
So yeah, there was nothing in the basement. Could be skipped. ThyDarkHorse might be able to save quite a bit of time here if they just avoid the basement.
Or if the caves on
immediately
Gleerock
to
and they do that first.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you should always do Gleerock first before doing the basement.
Yeah, unless you're missing the big key.
Yeah,
Gleerock
unless
first.
yeah. Yeah, unless you literally can't do Gleerock, you should always
Or,
do...
like, if it's an element. If not,
Yeah.
who cares? I don't know. It's like if you're just here looking for items,
Oh, if you're here looking for items,
you got
and
to
you
do
don't
the
have the
basic.
cape,
Yeah.
you're either being stupid because you're here way too early, or
Or it's the last
your
location.
your seed sucks.
Yes. That does happen sometimes. Or often.
Yeah, but there's like 3 progression items in the back of Cave of Flames. Non-required.
Non-element.
Yeah, non-element Cave of Flames has 3 progression items.
Yeah. Well, we did have an element in Game of Flames today, so that didn't happen. So it will be Fortress instead, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a wild theory to say that something might be in Fortress.
I mean, multiple things making you dip out.
Oh. You just get an ocarina, Prince Vanilla. Yeah, we're gonna get our 4 sword, but still not have a go mode. Right, there's NesmaN's Gleerock kill. Gonna be getting their first element under half an hour in.
Which I guess that's fairly early. but
depends for Cave of Flames. It is,
yeah, for Cave of Flames, it's probably about average.
Yeah, like you can do it early.
Like if you do Cave of Flames as your first element, it's probably about this early.
Yeah.
In general, your first element might be later. On average.
Or if you get Gust Jar and Deepwood access, then you can do Deepwood in like 10 minutes.
Well, yes. But
That's not as rare. Cave of Flames is normally super common to be doing as your first dungeon.
yeah, like the bottle, the Kryn access, all of that's usually early, and then it's just the cane that you need additionally to be able to beat this place. So it's just if there's a relatively early cane and Cave of Flames is an element, and you're going to do it pretty early.
Yeah, if you don't have Gust Jar or Cane, then typically the first dungeon that you're going to be doing is Templar Droplets.
Royal Crypt does come up as a first element.
Oh, first element Royal Crypt. That I've seen that like only a very small handful of times.
It does come up. It's not common, but
Fortress can be first sometimes.
I think
That's
I've
about
not
as
seen
rare
that
as
as
Royal
often as Royal Crypt at first.
I mean, when you get all of the Fortress Kinstones so early that it can be your first dungeon, you should always go to it.
Oh yeah, sure, but then you also need
So that's
this
just-
access
that's the
and
thief screaming at
moments
you.
and a bow. In
No, you
addition to
don't-
other Kinstones.
You don't need the bow. Come on, there's always a bow in Fortress.
Yes, but half the time it's bow locked.
That's the gamble you have to make.
Yes, we did have. Like, I remember first element powers once, I think? I don't think it was even a restreamed race, just a casual one. But it can happen.
That's like a super meme, though. That's like you got so much stuff early that like you just haven't had time to
yeah.
go to
Like,
dungeons.
Palace is locked by 6 Kinstones, and a cape, and a blue sword, and bombs, and spin and stuff.
And logically, Lantern.
Logically, Lantern. Getting all of that before you get, like, any thing for... Oh yeah, and Kane. Logically. And sometimes actually. And sometimes actually Power Braces, but... I mean, Power Braces and Kane are on the same level of requirement.
Oh,
Relative
boy.
limits, right? One of those gotta be caster, and the other is...
There's a Cloud Tops one. And there's another Cloud Tops. Okay, that's 2.
So there's more Kinstones in Wisdom Woods, because there's going to be caster. I don't know. Maybe the last caster Kinstone is also over in Balefort.
I'm expecting Cape.
I mean, we
in West
do still have
Balefort.
2 checks in South Balefort, and now that they have mids, they have access to those, so I guess that
Yeah.
can be the last caster Kinstone. Okay, NesmaN
liking-
not setting
I
the
could-
Quick Pop ad caster.
No, they're not fancying that at all. At the top of this beanstalk, I'm thinking Cape or Grip Ring. At least one of those 2 is what I'm expecting.
That's Balefort.
It's the Baleful's. That's all
That's
the
the
book.
last book. And another Cloud Top.
Oh boy.
All good Kinstones.
Oh, okay. NesmaN is going to go to caster now. He was hoping for literally anything else, but yeah.
I mean, you got 1 check from the Balefort Kinstone.
I guess in the area as well, you've got 2 in that
Like,
mid
there's
phase.
3 other checks
One
in that
on-
spot.
Yeah,
But yeah, no.
it's out of logic without the lantern. It's well, I guess you don't really care about lantern logic for that check.
No, not really. But that would be like the play towards going towards Lake. And I think it's reasonable to check some of caster first. Like, at least get the wind crest in case you find an ocarina.
Yeah, like, I think Nesman's gonna do that, hit the warp.
Yeah, check the
Well,
Swiftly, the first hard
check
piece here.
Swiftly.
Check the, like, kill the Dark Knight, get the digging
I would,
cave.
I would kill the Dark Knight, but Nesman leaving here. That's...
Okay, NesmaN is just leaving.
I hope that they check the butterfly at least. Because I didn't see them check the butterfly.
I'm not sure if they checked the butterfly. We are checking this South Harrowfield cave.
Yeah, Nesman hasn't done Minish Loop as well, so they might be doing that before going to Lake.
Do you put Minish Loop off for this long only to then go there without anything having changed when you got like lake access? Like at this point you got to be hoping to find the Gust Jar before going there to be able to do D-put on your first trip, right? NesmaN not doing town digging?
No, not doing town digging either. It's going to be...
But did set a quick pop at the Minish Woods entrance, so it's going to do like cave here and then probably Witch Cave into Lake?
Yeah.
Lake does have a lot of items. It's not...
Did Nesman just forget that they didn't do Minish Loop? Okay.
Oh, hey, there's the last
Oh.
second stone. That doesn't change anything.
I'd
Just
rush
go to
Fortress
Lake.
now. You got to rush Fortress now, right?
You don't have a bow.
There's going to be a bow there. You're going to find one there.
I'd still want to check
Well,
Lake for, like, get the first Ruby Path and Droplets, get these checks on the way, get the Minish checks in Lake. I'd also get Minish Loop, but I would have gotten Minish Loop ages ago. Like, sure, there can be a bow in the Path of Fortress, but there's a few fairly quick checks here that you can get first.
I guess... droplets... I just don't like the idea of going to droplets right now because you don't have the lantern.
Oh no, you only do the first Ruby Path, which is...
Yeah, you just do the first rupee path and leave.
And that's, what, 6 items? Plus all the stuff in Lake around it, like...
I don't know what Nesman's doing here. I guess they're going to quickly dip into
NesmaN's
Lon.
skipping a lot of stuff on the way.
I think they're grabbing the Lon items here, then they're going to quick warp, go back to do Lake.
Yeah, do Lake, South Digging, do dip into Droplets, do the like Minish checks. Not necessarily in that order, but those are all things I'd expect a normal runner in NesmaN's position to do, which doesn't mean NesmaN will do them, but you know.
DarkHorse picked up the Veilfall's Kinstone in Western Woods and decided that Veilfall is the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, I like this, but the in-logic checks didn't have anything, so if there's something here, it's out of logic Band Lantern. Okay, NesmaN is going back into Lake.
I think DarkHorse is going to follow them here. That's just why you come to Veilfalls first to follow it into...
Like we said earlier, the way forward stuff is just on the way to Lake.
I think Dark Horse's route is going to make it so that they pick up their last Castikin stone from the Light Cave, and that will take them, like, they'll, from that position, go immediately over to Caster, because it's pretty much a straight line.
Sure.
Oh no.
Not sure.
NesmaN falling at the last turn of that ice path, getting chucked all the way back to the beginning, and then all of the slugs are on the path.
So you're saying ThyDarkHorse will get the Kinstone here and then dash straight back to Caster instead of going to Lake?
I mean, you got 3 Fortress Kinstones. I would just go do all of Fortress.
Can't do all of Fortress, you don't have a bow.
I mean, you find your bow. Yeah.
Oh, there's a graveyard key. On the Lake Minish checks.
Okay.
Yeah, not useful right now. Does give access to a few checks once they find the next sword.
I think Dark Horse is heading there now because this, like, they're grabbing single first and going.
Alright.
Yeah, if you're heading over to Caster right now and you've got all of your Caster Kinstones, you're going to go into Fortress.
Yeah.
This looks like a Fortress rush.
Meanwhile, NesmaN is doing that dip into droplets.
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing else you can do here other than this rupee path. Like, that's it. You can't do
Underwater
anything.
pot and maybe second ice block, but yes.
You can't do underwater
right,
pot.
you need Caster or Cape.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just a rupee path and then leave.
Yeah, which is fine for...
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, that's the only reason why you're coming into Fortress, into droplets right now. You just treat
and it's a good reason to go into droplets.
Yeah, you just treat those rupee path items as just checks to do in Lake. Like, you'd be doing this even now, even if droplets didn't have an element.
Oh yeah. The element on Octo doesn't matter for doing this.
Ooh. Yeah, no, nothing in droplets.
Yep.
Is this a save scum?
Why would...
No, don't do this. Oh, this is so slow if you don't have the lantern, because you have to push the whole ice block around. Just come back later with the lantern.
Yeah, you are going to have to come back later with the lantern.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you need to do anything else in here before you get the lantern, so...
Well, unless this is the lantern.
No, it can't be. This is locked by 4
it can't.
keys.
Yeah, this can't be the lantern.
This is out of logic for NesmaN because of keys.
Yeah.
And there's no way to put enough keys into logic without getting the lantern. So ThyDarkHorse is doing some more checks in Caster before going into Fortress.
Yeah, I didn't see. Did they do the Dark Nut?
I think so. And it looks like they are doing Minish checks.
Okay. Well, you can do all of these. I'd very much prefer going into Fortress right now instead of doing...
What if the bow's vanilla?
Vanilla bow.
Like, I like doing these checks. Here, instead of...
Well, if it's vanilla bow, then you need the grip ring and all of the Cloudtop's Kinstones first, and then you get it from
the other vanilla bow.
The other vanilla bow. Yeah, I'm just baffled by this seed. Like, I'm thinking, where do you go? I think Fortress is just the obvious choice right now. I guess you can go back to town and do a few things, but is all kind of slow.
Neither runner has done town digging yet, right?
Yeah, town digging's the one that makes sense.
Like
you can
that
do
one.
Actually, if you're going to go back to do town digging, I
Yeah,
think
you can do fun. You can do directly left.
Yeah, with those power bracelets and the fact that you can see everything in Fountain, I think you do it now, because then you know if you have to come back with the cape.
Yeah, so those are things that you could do before this fortress play, but
It turns out NesmaN's going to be the first into Fortress because Dark Horse is doing hiking.
well, NesmaN might be doing the same thing Dark Horse did here,
Oh, okay.
doing the quick warp first and then doing more castle checks.
Yeah, this might be a quick warp set.
But NesmaN might also just go to Wind Runes and Fortress.
I just rush Fortress.
Yep, looks like that is what NesmaN's doing.
Yeah, because Dark Horse is just full clear caster here, or everything that they have available to them after they've picked up the 2 items here in Hiking Cave.
And the last one could still be a bow.
I mean, look at the seed that, like, what the seed has given you so far.
It's given you flippers to do
It
this,
gave
right?
a lot of items really early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Dark Horse did set the quick warp already, so
Yes,
that's
that's
great.
yeah. I did say that when I was talking about NesmaN maybe doing that was the same thing ThyDarkHorse did, right?
Right, okay.
Yes. All the fusions were done already. But... It's a gas jar! Okay, you leave here.
Do you leave? I wouldn't.
I leave here. I grab the element from Deepwood. And
Okay.
Minish Flipper's caves on the way. And come back here with a bow. If I need to.
Yeah, but what if there's something literally in the next check? Like you kill the Armis Knights and there's your cape.
Then.
Like you're already here, you might as well keep going. I think.
No, because once you enter Fortress, you need to walk the way back instead of just quick walking to the entrance.
You save before going into Fortress.
But then you're not doing quick walk caves.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
I guess you can scam them away, but it's like.
Yeah, you will save
Scam,
stuff.
yeah, sure, you can scam everything away, but then you lost keys if you need to come back to Fortress with a bow. It's.
You just know where they are. You're not getting that much without the bow here in Fortress. It's like it's 2 on the left at the entrance, the rupee and the visible one on the right, and then you just go up on the right path. That's all you can do. Well, and then in the middle, there's the middle chest.
Yeah. Guess.
You're not doing too much in Fortress.
Yeah, but you're also not that deep into Wind Runes when you find that gas jar. Okay, ThyDarkHorse did quick warp caves and then left.
Oh, okay. They're rushing deeper. There's a kinstone! That is a required kinstone.
Leaving there, I absolutely expect to have to come back there, but I hope to find the bow first.
Yeah, NesmaN didn't save before going into Fortress, so they're going to have to walk out of here. I think NesmaN's just going to try and full clear everything here before leaving.
Yeah, once you enter Fortress, you are doing what you can. And if you find a bow, then you're full clearing it.
Was that a Gregor 1 from Dark Horse?
Probably, but I wasn't looking.
Yeah, I didn't see either. Right,
So
there's
what do
a.
we see? NesmaN, walk further.
Oh, there's another item he can see.
Okay, we only saw a key.
That's arrows.
Yeah,
And a map.
that's a map. Don't need to grab that. Okay, ThyDarkHorse hadn't checked who you won because he's doing that now.
There's the bow.
There's the bow in Fortress.
What did I say?
I wonder where the other bow is.
I don't care.
Oh, I know. No,
That's
no.
all you need.
I mean, you might not care, but ThyDarkHorse definitely does.
Nah, this seed is not bad. Nesman's gonna love this. It's just gonna be like, oh, everything was perfect. Bow Fortress. Yeah, but you had early Fortress access. Like, it was so early. That's just shouting for you to rush Fortress. Okay.
Those canisters were just for the gust shot. Mushroom that we could have had 5 minutes in, but instead got 50 minutes in.
Yeah. Right, Dark Horse will do the Flippers Caves here. Sorry, the Goldfish Caves.
Yeah, Goldfish was saying earlier to skip those. Has some personal experience with that. I don't think it's a good idea. And yes, this is a myth.
Oh my god.
There's the lantern! They could have had that a while ago!
Oh, they could have got this like half an hour ago. Like that was something they could have got 10 minutes in.
Oh yeah, they could have gotten this before their Krenel dip.
Oh, okay. I don't see NesmaN skipping this cave for long. Like after he's done Fortress, he's gonna go to.
Well, you shouldn't. Like, if you're going to you have the gas shot. NesmaN's going to go to deep after. You do those checks on the way, always, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Dark Horse is just gonna do everything here in Deepwood. Do you think anything's here in Deepwood?
I want the other bow to be here, but I don't.
That would be really nice for Dark Horse. That would help them out a lot. Also, is that all small keys? No, it was only 3 of them, but
Yeah.
3 of the small keys were in that room in Fortress. No, I'm not expecting anything to be here in Deepwood. I think this dungeon's going to be barren. It's just for the element.
NesmaN got a fast spin there. I thought they'd already gotten that. Did the save scum it away somewhere? There was, like, I definitely remember seeing a fast spin before.
I haven't seen any scrolls. Like, other than... Yeah, no, other than the... Oh, okay. Well,
That's not a barren dungeon!
yeah, that is a very, very important item.
So you got Lantern and you got Grip Ring.
That was available a long time ago as well. They could have got that before going to Krenel.
Yeah.
Right, there's the boss key
And,
for
like, if you go to Flipper's Caves with a Flipper at that point, you probably, when you find the Lantern, do just dip deepwood, right?
Yeah. Oh no, NesmaN. NesmaN's in a bad cycle here. He was firing the arrow like perfectly in sync with the platform.
So easy to do that there. And I actually see someone creating clones in this room for once.
Yeah, that
doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
So yeah, NesmaN is pushing that lower block.
Yeah, you don't need to push that lower block. You can slip your clones through the 1 tile gap.
resetting away that heart container?
Yeah, you don't need it. You're already on 10 hearts. Hello? Oh, okay. NesmaN's doing quick cave. Oh, why not do Mazal now? You do Mazal first, and then it will put you outside the dungeon, so you can do this.
It's not an element. Maybe NesmaN doesn't want to do Mazal. Also, did they find the big key yet?
Yeah, they found the big key.
Okay.
It was the last chest they got.
Nope, NesmaN's just leaving the back Mazal.
Right. Huh. So all you got here was a bow. And then you don't do the rest of the dungeon.
I mean, you also got the Gust Jar as a reason for leaving.
You didn't get a sword. Well, your Gust Jar was earlier. Like the Gust Jar.
Gust Jar was really early, but it's like
I'm expecting that.
To do.
I think Fortress has just absolutely loaded this seed, and I think there's going to be more there that NesmaN's missing out on. And Dark Horse is probably full clear next time they go to Fortress. Like, I don't think they'll either be like one item from Go mode, and then they'll find that item there and then leave. Keeping Graveyard. I mean, we can get to Graveyard as soon as we get one more sword. Well, NesmaN can. Dark Horse still needs that Graveyard key.
Yeah, which is in Lake on the check up to the cavern, so...
Yeah.
A fairly easy find.
Alright, we got Dark Horse on to their second boss. They're doing Green Chewing Deepwood.
What boss? It's just a regular sized green shoe. Yes. After this, ThyDarkHorse is probably going to go up their falls, right? And then, like, Krennel has a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like that's your choice right now is do you go Vale Falls or do you go to Krennel first? Because the gamble is you go to Krennel hoping that you're going to get your last Cloudtop's Kenstone there, so then you can do both of them in one trip. Or you just go to Vale Falls hoping to find more items that will take you further. I might do Krennel. I would do Krennel first. They're both really check dense right now.
Yeah, doing Krennel first makes sense. I don't know why, but I would have gone with Falls first, I think.
It's slightly closer and you don't have the Ocarina yet, so you will be in there first checking items before you get items from Krennel.
I mean, Krennel starts with Greyblade, which is fairly close to the entrance.
Another option for Dark Horse as well is to go into Droplets and clear the dungeon. I don't think it's the best option right now because...
No, you want to do the Wayforce and Krennel stuff before that in hopes of finding the cape.
Yeah, exactly. The cape's the thing that's going to speed up Droplets. And yes, Droplets is an element and...
it's an element that they can do, but...
They can access the element right now, but just put off things until you can do them fast. Yeah, without the Ocarina, it's a bit more difficult to determine what you want to do. Because if you had the Ocarina, then, like, you would be much more free to choose any option you wanted. Like, you could walk back to Cave of Flames and then check those out. NesmaN's not happy about that lantern.
If you have the Ocarina, I'd, like, absolutely go Wayforce first, because you get the Wind Crest there, and it's... needing to. You're not going to do GLaDOS without cape here, when you have Granite open, but just going to the rupees there. And if you find a cape and a sword on the way, then you just keep going, and maybe you'd go mode before you need to go back to Granite. But yeah, without the Ocarina, it's probably better to do Granite first, so you don't so you hopefully can avoid climbing up there first twice.
Yeah, NesmaN's here in Deepwood, taking over from where DarkHorse left off. DarkHorse full cleared the dungeon and left, and they did a little high five as they ran past each other.
Yeah. NesmaN does still have the part of Minish-Loop after this, right?
Yes, they still have the two
so
chests.
So they will go through the Minish Village probably after this?
NesmaN also hasn't done Minish Village.
Hmm?
NesmaN hasn't done Minish Village.
Oh, then absolutely yes, you get those checks on the way.
Alright, DarkHorse is going to be getting their graveyard key.
Once they go into that Minish path, yes.
Yeah, town is still lingering there as an option that they had.
Still haven't done town digging, right?
Yeah, there's town digging.
Which is
fountain.
Seems insane to me.
Yeah. Did we get a rem check? I don't think DarkHorse went back to...
No, they both only just picked up the mushroom and Bellari.
Right, it was in Bellari, so they still haven't left, gone back to town since then.
Oh, today did town digging? Okay.
Oh, they did? Okay.
So, town a bit less attractive then, but still a few checks that you probably want. I don't know, with both Wayforce and Granite as other options, I might not want to do Fountain.
Oh yeah, no, not now. Not since you've gone, you found the grip ring. Like, the fountain was what you would be looking for the grip ring in, if you didn't hadn't already found it. But since you have it now, put off fountain a bit more.
What if there's a cape? Yeah, no, that's not the most valuable prey right now.
I mean, you don't want to be putting off fountain when you do. The reason why you put off fountain is to avoid having to go there in multiple trips. Right now,
yeah. Well, even then, it's not the fastest check. If you can just avoid it entirely, that's bad.
Oh yeah. But there's 3 items in fountain. The likelihood of there's something being in there is.
It's not.
It is reasonable.
Sure, it's not. It's not something that's. I mean, yeah, there's 3 items there, but there's what, 15 each in close proximity up on Wayforce or Granite.
Yeah, no, you don't do fountain before.
And there's not that many items left that they need.
Yeah. Yeah, they need 2 more swords.
2 swords, cape, and 1 kinstone is what we're looking for, and then ThyDarkHorse needs to pick up bow and the other kinstone.
And the real question is, when do you do Percy? Because he kind of cleared everything out.
You skip Percy.
You skip Percy. Ah.
Why do you even need to ask that question?
Percy may have an item. It's not like we play.
You check Percy once you're going back towards Fortress with your bow in hand that you find elsewhere.
Yeah, this could actually really hurt Dark Horse if they continue to put off.
I mean,
without the bow, but right now it's not hurting them. But like, if they really knuckle down on that, I'm not going to Fortress until I find my bow, and the other bow is bow locked. I mean, is the other bow locked? We've checked a lot of things already. We've checked a lot of them. It's really just the back of Fortress that's the last thing that's bow locked. That NesmaN didn't.
NesmaN's clear out caster?
NesmaN cleared out caster, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And most of Fortress, so it's literally just 5 checks in the back of Fortress, where if another bow is there, there's 2 bows in Fortress.
Was it 5 checks only?
I think
3 keys or 4?
They found 3 keys and the big key.
So there's 1 key, and there's what? The platform chest. Basal has 2 checks.
2 on the left, 3 on the right.
2 on the left, and 3 on the right?
Yeah.
So
okay,
8 checks, one of which is a small key.
But Dark Horse decides not to go to either Caster or Crenel here. They're going to go to Droplets. Now, they hadn't done the dip into Droplets, because they haven't...
this is their first trip into Droplets, but you are missing the cape to do it quickly.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're going to have to go through the Dark Maze here. And then... oh, they're going to do Blue Chew. We're going to see 2 Chew fights simultaneously. There's always a sword in Droplets. I mean...
Yeah. I mean, finding a sword here would be nice.
NesmaN did a lot of Fortresses and didn't find a sword there, which is making me think that it's much more likely that there's going to be a sword here in Droplets.
I mean, there could just be like a sword up on Crenel or Ray Falls and...
Oh yeah, we might just see...
Palace or something like that. But... like, we are not starved for options. They don't need to be finding something right now. NesmaN leaving deep but with that chest closed at over 1 hour in. Not something you usually see. And wait, NesmaN,
Not even getting it. But there's nothing in there.
How do you skip that?
There's nothing in there.
But
he knows nothing's there.
But
Oh, Dark Horse, no! Oh, Dark Horse gets the map off of Blue Chew. That's just the worst. Because you know you could have skipped it. You just avoided Blue Chew. Then you could have gone, bam, there
is always the case where it's your cape and you hate yourself if you don't do it.
It's fine. Doing the lily pad rides to get to the blue warp isn't that slow. I'd say it's about the same amount of time as Blue Chew, maybe a little bit slower, but you're not losing a huge amount by getting the cape on Blue Chew is the last thing you do in Droplets.
Sure. It just feels bad if that happens. More so than finding a map on Blue Chew, I think.
Oh, I feel rotten after finding a map or something.
Yes, that is why you would have avoided Blue Chew.
Yeah, avoid Blue Chew and then you don't have to do it. NesmaN's going back to Cradle. They're going to use the grip ring here.
I mean, it is one of the 2 spots that you want to check after you find your grip ring. Assuming you have access to the force with the Kinstone.
Yeah. I mean, NesmaN is 1 Kinstone from Cloudtops, so this is like he's getting ready to go to Cloudtops now. He's hoping that either the Baleful's the last Kinstone he's looking for is here. If it's not here, then he's just going to go straight to Baleful's and find it there. Like it's got to be one of these 2, right?
There's that back of Fortress.
There is the back of Fortress, yeah. Yes, your last 2 Cloudtops Kinstones were both in Fortress.
I mean, the 4th one that ThyDarkHorse is missing was outside Fortress. Was the bomb pack chest, right? So, second Ruby path coming up for ThyDarkHorse. Nothing on there either.
NesmaN's just showing off the bottle exploit here in the fairy cave, because the
fairy checks for like the water droplets instead of for
it checks for a splash entity or whatever, and either the bomb falling into water, anything falling into water really, or splashing water does that.
Now, NesmaN about to do Sean Cave. I think in the CT he wrote himself earlier. This was something, but not this one.
That was NesmaN's 4 swords, so yeah, they were thinking hard about that.
Yeah. Always fun if there ends up being something being there. Hey, there's the other bow.
Right, that should send ThyDarkHorse back to Fortress. I mean, does ThyDarkHorse need anything from Fortress? Like, there's nothing.
Kinstone on the way.
There's a Kinstone on the way, but there's nothing in Fortress that we know of. We didn't see anything. We didn't see the back. But...
No, last locationing of that Kinstone could, like, if it's the only thing that they need at that point, would work out to skipping out Fortress.
Okay, that's everything for NesmaN.
So now you check their faults, right?
Yeah, you got to. Like, that's where NesmaN's going right now. I don't know why they're going this... they don't have a cave. They couldn't jump over the...
I was going to say maybe they do tingle trees now, but...
Nope,
They're still skipping those.
They still haven't done tingle trees. Skipping this caves as well. NesmaN hasn't done them. They're just rushing into Vale Falls.
I don't like NesmaN hasn't done Courtyard, right?
NesmaN hasn't done Courtyard. They've done like barely anything here. Oh. I thought that was a save from ThyDarkHorse to do Octo, but it was like they haven't.
No, it's going towards. ThyDarkHorse hasn't done the left side yet, right? Oh,
no, they haven't. They just finished up the pushing the left switch, and they're gonna go through half to get to the right switch.
So I guess the last key has to be an underwater pot. Which makes that save scum worth it for ThyDarkHorse.
Yes. Wait, is that worth it?
Instead of
Yeah,
going down
right.
the waterfall twice, yes.
Oh.
There's a cape.
Oh.
That
is the cape for NesmaN.
Just because before you're going into cloud tops. That's a nice find.
I mean, NesmaN's just hoping that the last Kenstone's going to be here, right?
Probably. I mean, you also need a blue sword to do Palace, but you do want to do the fusions on this trip.
Yeah. You want a Kenstone here so that you can go through to Wind Tribe. And NesmaN didn't even save before this. No, they're just going to walk down if there's nothing here.
Yeah, you do force the fusions, so you don't do this twice. I'm not sure how that timing compares to like going back and doing the fusions with Cape compared to climbing down waveforce. It's probably close, and I want to say the fusions take more time, just because of the
fusions do take a long time. See, what I was thinking of doing was just you save before going into cloud tops. You just don't do any of the fusions.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't do the fusions then, but it's so it's just going back through.
Like if you find if you set up for the save scum and then you find a Kenstone here, then you're just happy that you found the Kenstone. And
yeah, I mean, finding the Kenstone here in either case is the scenario that you want.
Yes.
But in the case where you don't find it here, like, would you rather climb down waveforts an extra time or go through
there's the other scenario
to get to all the fusion spots an extra time? I'm
there's
not
the
sure
other
which of those is
something else is here, like you find a sword.
Yeah.
In which case you don't want to save scum and you will have to walk down anyway.
But like what I'm saying is, even in this scenario where there's nothing here, I'm not sure how much faster the save scum is. If it's even faster at all. Because you will need to do those fusions eventually.
I think you're saving the whole climb back down Vale Falls, which takes a while.
But does it take a while? Like, sure, but going to all the fusion spots in Cloud Tops does also take a while.
Running around, like the time investment in Cloud Tops is in the cutscenes, not the actual going between the things. It doesn't take that long to go between cutscenes.
It doesn't, but it also doesn't take all that long to go down Vale Falls.
I think going down Vale Falls is slower than going between the fusions. Yeah, NesmaN picked up Great Spin.
Yeah, Great Spin was right next to Cape.
Yeah, they got a lot of scrolls just now, didn't they?
There was a roller tank, I remember.
They were on 2 for a long time, and now they're up on 5.
Yeah, so I thought that I didn't pay too much attention to, but...
Yeah, they've got... NesmaN's got Fast Spin, Great Spin, and Long Spin, and Roll Attack. It's surprising we haven't got any other scrolls.
I think ThyDarkHorse and NesmaN both have Fast Spin, but they have different ones. I think ThyDarkHorse maybe found that in Courtyard then, or something. One of those early checks that NesmaN skipped.
So, where does NesmaN go now? You just go to Hype Cave, right?
Yeah. You just found the cave, you follow that. So
maybe stop in town? Maybe... No, you want to do Hype Cave first. Probably do droplets now. NesmaN will be able to do droplets faster than Dark Horse because with the cape it's so much faster. Dark Horse fighting Octo here, not doing the manip and getting struggling a bit there, lighting the tail. Oh, I really hope Dark Horse saved before this fight. Because rolling around like this is just asking for it to crash. Yeah, this is not the most stable of Zelda games and likes to just crash in regular gameplay.
I mean, it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, okay, so the crash on Octo is rather infrequent when you're just rolling around like normal. Oh, okay.
There's
right,
the last Kingston.
Yeah, so NesmaN had to come back down Veil Falls anyway to get that.
Yeah.
And that's bottle percent as well. But
so we just need 2 more swords.
Yeah, it's just 2 swords. Oh.
Fun times.
Yeah, looking for swords and he skipped the back of Fortress is
What, you think it's going to be there? That never happens.
No, it's horseshoe theory. There's nothing in Fortress.
Yeah, how could there be?
Yeah, Dark Horse getting 0 ink, obviously with the sword as well of all things.
That was clearly the shieldless manip that
Dark Horse did. Dark Horse manip. Dark Horse did everything, didn't they? Yeah.
Yes. That was all of droplets, and it didn't have
NesmaN.
anything.
NesmaN.
Not sure what's happening on NesmaN's side, but they didn't call for FPA 15 minutes ago, so...
Yeah, no, they are... They didn't mention... Nothing's been mentioned in the race time chat. If it was anything, NesmaN would have mentioned.
Yeah, like a toilet break, I don't think NesmaN would have mentioned. If it was something like a controller issue, I'd hope they would have mentioned it, because that's the sort of thing that we do have FPA for.
Okay, they're back. That was not long at all. Okay. Dark Horse finally back in town, checking the Karloff medal that they picked up a while ago.
Oh, that wasn't droplets, right?
Oh, it was, wasn't it? It was in the intro. It was the first.
It was
thing
the
they got.
first side, east first, yeah.
Yeah, it's. They, yeah, NesmaN's about to pick it up. Yeah, Dark Horse activating a Din's Charm there and also bottling a second one. They're gonna make use of that assignment fight. They don't have Great Spin, which means that they're going to be able to use the Din's Charm to kill enemies with one single sword slash.
Yeah.
Does make it a little bit faster, a little bit more consistent, but...
They don't have full health, unfortunately, otherwise they could use the sword beam that they just picked up.
Oh, yeah. That was interesting. There's Hendris has a theory for what happened with NesmaN. It was perfectly timed for NesmaN to sprint to the fridge and grab a beer.
NesmaN did say he was drinking before the start of the race.
He's getting the drunken brawler buff.
Doesn't that give evasion? What would that help? No, grabbing another beer is not unforeseen and unavoidable circumstances.
I think being forced to play a Myth Seed is unforeseen and unavoidable.
It was neither. We told them beforehand that it would be a Myth Seed, and if they had really asked, they would have gotten a noise instead, I think. So...
Right, we're going to see ThyDarkHorse in Fountain. Going to see if there's anything here.
Yeah, still putting off those gripping lock stuff. Like, they want to go to Kremlin and find that bow, and they need to go up by force to find that cave.
Right. What else does ThyDarkHorse have?
This looks like a Kremlin play.
They did Rem, didn't they? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They did Rem before Karloff. Oh, Figuring Horse.
And yeah, they also did Half Ledge as well.
Yes, just before Simon.
Yeah, they still haven't done Under the School. That was... I mean, you're either waiting for remote bombs or your blue sword before you go and do that. Just to speed it up.
Which we should be seeing another sword fairly soon, right?
Right.
Poison Fortress, but
There's really nothing left. Like, there's really...
Wind Tribe and there's Fortress. Those are the main options.
I mean, what's actually in Logic right now? We've got Grimblade that hasn't been checked. We've got Under the Skull. We've got the Bell and the Swiftblade.
Downthrust?
Cave,
Yes.
yeah, that one. Did they do Lon on Cave? Did anyone do it? Did ThyDarkHorse do it as they left?
Okay. Apparently, ThyDarkHorse did it. Oh,
It did.
well, I know that they did like the cave early, way before Lantern. I don't know if they went back for the secret.
There's Percy.
No, there's.
And then if it's not on any of those overworld checks, then it's Back of Fortress. It has to be Back of Fortress. For some kind of
Well, no,
progression.
like Wind Tribe is in Logic. That's a lot of checks.
It's not in Logic yet.
Why not?
Oh, sorry, you're right. Yeah, no, we found a Kinstone.
There was a Kinstone in Cave 25.
Yeah, I thought we were still looking for 5. No,
No,
okay.
no.
Yeah.
NesmaN has all the Kinstones.
Yeah, okay, right. So we're just looking for swords now.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I was being dumb.
We are just looking for swords. We did say that earlier.
Wind Tribes.
Wind Tribes is a bunch of items. Like, that and Fortress are like spots with multiple items that we have left. So.
Right, if you excuse me, I will be back in a couple minutes, just whilst these guys have some downtime.
Yeah, I mean, both of the runners are just doing things. Well, ThyDarkHorse is catching up on checks that NesmaN has done. He's about to find his bow here, which may make him more inclined to go back towards Fortress, which has the Kingston on the way and maybe has a sword in the back. We don't know. When NesmaN's just going towards Octo here, should be getting there fairly soon. Though I do wonder, I don't expect ThyDarkHorse to go back to Fortress right away, though. Or to go to Fortress right away, back to Windruns. They do still have Upper Way Force, which has a cape. So. But then after doing that, doing Cave 25 gets narrowed down. ThyDarkHorse is going back into Cave of Flames now. I mean, makes sense, you haven't done the background yet, but on the other hand, there's a cape available in way forwards, and there's nothing here. But yeah, this is the one time you're going back to Criminal, so you kind of got to do these checks now, you're leaving them forever. And it seems like ThyDarkHorse is not confident enough that these have nothing to skip them forever. NesmaN now going into Octo, did not save, so it's not doing manip, but... It's doing movement reminiscent of manip, which... I mean, he's doing, close to manip movement. It's not actually manip movement, and now it's definitely not manip movement anymore. Dash there, but... And this one is getting at least one smoke. But there's that too. None of this was exactly normal. Honestly. Which he didn't set up for an RNG manip by resetting anyways, so... Even if he perfectly did the manip movement, it would still have been RNG whether he got an ink or not. Which he got 1 ink total. What's happening to NesmaN's shield is a purely graphical bug that happens if you trigger shield and lantern at specific times relative to each other, and NesmaN likes doing it. But...
I'm back.
So you missed NesmaN doing Octo, getting 1 smoke, and ThyDarkHorse clearing out the basement of Cave Flames.
Yeah, I saw ThyDarkHorse doing the basement just now. Or they just came from there. Which is a shame, because they're right about to pick up their cape now from Bill.
Yeah, but you are, that's the last time you're going to be on. If you're still skipping it, then you're probably never coming back for those.
Yeah, it's just that ThyDarkHorse was saving some time over NesmaN by having a few of these things that they didn't do, but Okay, we're gonna get a new. We're getting new chicks now. We're getting the bell, and we're also going to be getting Grimblade. NesmaN
is going to go up with Falls again.
Yeah. Okay.
That all the Kinstones is going to go to Windtrap.
They were just doing a quick bell check and then run up.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Like this is something you're gonna have to do at some point, and getting back.
It's a lot of checks
straight away is fine. Yeah, and you're gonna get some checks in Wind Tribe, and then you've also got you just opened a shortcut so you can go back there quickly. And so this is the last time you're gonna have to go through Veilfuls.
Whereas for ThyDarkHorse, it's their first time up with Falls, which definitely won't be the last, as we know the cape that's here does lock a Kinstone in Cave 25.
So how late do you think this blue sword can be? Is it going to be here in Wind Tribe?
Well, if it's not here, then it's like there's the Becker Fortress. The latest it can be is like if the Becker Fortress has a scroll locking the blue sword on Great Uncle Herbert, locking the other sword somewhere. And the other scrolls.
Oh, an Ocarina, and then the swords on Librari.
Sure.
Or, yeah.
Or Yellari.
You
do have all the books. So ThyDarkHorse did not go up into Cloudtops right then. Dipped out to follow that cable instead, which is good.
Yeah, they read
now
this correctly.
They just need to make the call to go to Wind Runes before going back to Cloudtops. And it's not in Wind Tribe, so they also need to grab the blue sword wherever it is.
No swords in Wind Tribe.
So we have Down Thrust from Swiftblade, Percy, which doesn't have it, and the Becker Fortress.
Under the school?
Under the school. Yes. Not a whole lot of checks.
I think NesmaN needs to do town checks right now. Just get them all done.
Yeah, NesmaN has a lot of checks left in town, doesn't he?
Yeah, NesmaN could lose a lot of time here if they decide to just full clear everything before heading back to back of Fortress. Like it's just got it's there in the back of Fortress.
Or Swiftblade. But yeah, it's probably in the Becker Fortress at this point. So now it's a question of, does ThyDarkHorse go back there before going up into Cloudtops? They did find the bow on Krenner. Is this just a Percy play from NesmaN, or are they going back to Fortress?
I mean, this is probably leading into Fortress, right?
But you have town. There's a lot of checks NesmaN has in town.
Alright, nothing's on Percy. We got arrows. Oh, well. Oh, that was, they could have got that well over an hour ago.
Oh, NesmaN found a blue sword. Where was that?
Yeah, it was on Percy.
No. Where was that?
Oh, the lantern was available like 5 minutes in, and then...
Yeah.
Then when they first went to Western Woods at like
Is
half
taking
an hour.
that sword into Royal Crypt
Yeah.
instead of Palace.
I mean, yeah, like Royal Crypt's so much faster. And everyone knows there's always going to be a 4-sword on this Arrow Fairy. Like, this Arrow Fairy always has 4-sword. Like, NesmaN's just... Look, watch. Don't even bother getting a bet up, guys. It's just over.
Myth? Should keep the spoiler log.
But that's... It's always... That wasn't even me.
Okay then. NesmaN, what are you doing? You have the... Okay.
Okay, yeah, he's going for... That is actually going for this.
Yeah, NesmaN was about to climb up the force again for no reason. And then it was like, oh wait, there's that warp.
I wasn't expecting the 4-sword to be there. I thought, like, it might be later in the graveyard, but... The graveyard play
sounded
made
very
sense.
confident that it was going to be there.
But it's just because it's always there. That's... Like, we've had so many seeds that always have 4-sword on on the Arrow Fairy.
Though that's probably good for ThyDarkHorse, right? Like,
Oh,
he's
they
now
just...
going to go to
Oh!
Royal Valley, find that sword, full clear that, which doesn't take too long.
Yeah, we've got a race. Well, actually, well, no.
No,
'cause-
ThyDarkHorse needs to go back towards
Oh,
Fortress.
no, that's really bad, actually.
Yeah,
Dark
it's
Horse
not
is
a
going to have
race,
a
but
lot
it's like still one
extra
of.
to do.
Yeah.
I don't see Dark Horse catching up at this point.
Oh no, it's probably not. Which does mean we'll get another game out of the series, so...
Yeah. And Dark Horse will have a look in the back of Graveyard as well and see what else is there. It's bullied by a genie.
Like, how do you... Like, how... Like, Ocarina doesn't save enough time if ThyDarkHorse just finds it here, right? Still got to go through Cloud Tops.
Seems a bit. Like, he's still... But, no.
It saves a bit, but it's still... You got to go through Cloud Tops. It's going to lead you towards other things away from Fortress.
Okay. What is this?
This is a I'm doing Royal Crypt later play. Okay, he's checking garden.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's checking the school. God. When you get a 4-sword and you're not in go mode, you rush here to find your go mode item, but unfortunately
So we don't need to do the pub push.
Yeah, no, we've got everything we need. Well, we need one more small key,
Yeah,
but...
one more small key, but that's not going to be too hard to find. ThyDarkHorse is missing a kinstone out of Wind Runes.
Yeah. Well, did I say earlier when you were like, "Oh, you bail after that Gust Jar"? It's what lost the race for Dark Horse, not sticking around in Wind Ruins.
I mean, no, NesmaN skipped a lot of things that ThyDarkHorse just cleared.
Like Tingle Tree.
Yeah, like Tingle Trees. Like, I don't know how long it's going to take ThyDarkHorse to go back there, but you could still make that play fairly soon. And then it's like what you save out of that, out of playing there is can be all of Fortress. Which NesmaN didn't do all of Fortress this time, but... Like, obviously, with hindsight, the correct play is to bail right after the Kingstorm instead. But
I would have saved before going into Fortress. But then you would have just got what NesmaN.
Then you would have found the bow, and you wouldn't have reset that away. But the bow was paid. You didn't need to find that bow. You could, like, ThyDarkHorse has the one from Trainer.
Yes. NesmaN's still missing a key.
Yeah.
Did we see one on the heart piece? I don't think it was.
Don't think so, but like, you'd like NesmaN skip fan loop, but you'd always do that. So, yeah, Sterling checks here where he's missing a key.
Was this a jet seed? Pretty sure this was a jet seed, right? They just kind of faffed around. Like, if they didn't skip Minish loop, it would have...
if you find that lantern early, the seed plays out very differently, doesn't it?
Yeah, like it. This
like
was.
You find that lantern, you dip deep wood, you find the grip ring, you. Oh wow, the seed turns out differently if you do.
Yeah. I mean, you get all of your Castakin stones and then go to.
And then go to Fortress, and maybe you full cleared. But, like, yeah, okay. Thinking about it, yes, I would have found the lantern, found the grip ring, and found the bow before going to Fortress the first time.
Yeah, in the seeds, their blue swords just magically appeared into their inventory after not checking an item, and it just appeared there, and we were like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, no,
that's the first time that's happened before.
That's clearly what happened.
They skipped Percy as usual, and then it just appeared in their inventory, so obviously they needed to skip Percy. Is that a Rock Breaker for NesmaN? Yeah, that was Rock Breaker in Palace.
There was also a Power Beam on Pop Push.
Oh god. Here's where all of our scrolls were, because we were seriously low on scrolls for a lot of this. That was a save scum from ThyDarkHorse.
Yeah, they are still missing the Kingstorm, so they will need to climb up the falls again.
They were making double use out of that that save at in the graveyards.
Yeah, it's a good spot to have your quick or save scum at, right? Like
yeah, I thought they were setting.
It's quick to go to town. It's quick to go to Valefords. It's quick to go to Royal Valley. It's going to be quick to go to Windproofs.
Yeah, like I thought that they were setting the quick warp there so that they can leave the graveyard quickly after they check the king. Like once they get the item off the king, then they'll.
I mean, they will do that. And then they will use that same save scum to go to wind runes.
Yeah. I don't think they have anything else in logic.
No, I don't think so.
So where was the ocarina then? Because it's got to be either back of fortress or back of palace.
It can still be in DHC.
Oh, it could be in DHC. That's down thrust.
So when you were saying bottle percent earlier, you were lying?
Was I?
Because
NesmaN's
ThyDarkHorse just found a bottle in graveyard.
What?
Oh, wait, no, NesmaN was
That
here.
wasn't a bottle. NesmaN had. No, NesmaN has them all. Oh. Okay, there's the ocarina. Like
Was that
NesmaN
dog
has...
food? Okay. I was not. I was only half looking, so maybe it was dog food.
Oh, I thought they already found dog food a while ago.
No,
Did Dark Horse just pick up dog food?
I guess it must have been
Oh.
dog food then. I only glanced at a bottle-shaped item in the graveyard. And that's also where the ocarina was, so that's...
Yeah. Gonna help Dark Horse out a little bit, but...
Yeah, they won't have to climb up wavefords a third time at least. But nowhere near enough, like... This was just done with things.
I swear we found dog food earlier.
No?
Yeah, dog food was earlier.
No?
Was it just a heart piece? I mean, in the grave just now, Dark Horse was doing the clones to get a scroll, which was down for us.
No, it was the chest on the left side.
Oh, I didn't see
Fusion.
that.
And yeah, NesmaN has 4 bottles, so it must have been a dog food. Sorry, but like, I wasn't the only one who saw that, right? No, NesmaN has 4 bottles. We just saw in his inventory.
And
Okay.
NesmaN
NesmaN
has
does have
all
4
four
bottles,
elements.
and Bluesy also saw an empty bottle. Okay, I'm not crazy. That actually happened. What?
What? But NesmaN is in go mode. They have all 4 elements, and they're heading to Dark Hyrule Castle. So I think it's time for a bet.
Yes, so there are 9 checks in Dark Hyrule Castle. One of which is going to be the big key, and we're going to be betting on which number of check NesmaN obtains the big key at.
Right, let me just load up the spoiler log.
Okay, apparently Bluesy checked the vault and it was dog food.
Yeah.
So we didn't find dog food earlier. It was in the back of graveyard.
But I guess 3 of us had like a phantom vision of dog food earlier.
Who's the third?
Oh, the bet. The bet.
No, why did you think we had an early dog food, Henris?
We all thought we saw dog food earlier.
I mean, no one fed the dog, and they've been there. But bottle percent doesn't include dog food.
Wait, no one bet 3? Let's go. One, two, three, four, five.
No one bet 9 either.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 9's the last one that's available. Oh, did it not take?
Going to need to write something else in between, probably.
There we go. Skip King, as always. Alright, that is dash attack. It's got to be dash... Wait, was that dash attack? On Liberari?
Maybe missing fast speed still?
I think so.
I didn't see what scroll it was, so... Just goes based on what we have, yeah, it was either dash attack or fast split.
Yeah. Oh, I've got the log open. Dash attack.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and we just saw them do it.
And there's a dash attack. Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Horse really put off Fortress for the longest time here. They had early access, and even after they picked up their bow later on, they did not want to come to Fortress. That's 2 checks for NesmaN?
Yeah, 2 checks, both were smokies.
Yeah, NesmaN's got a big time advantage here. It's like...
I mean, it's
10
like
minutes.
all of Cloudos and Palace.
Yeah. Yeah, even longer than 10 minutes now. It's like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Horse won't be happy to see that Kinderstone there. So why you don't bail out of Wind Ruins?
I still think it's just because NesmaN skipped things that any sane person would have done. I don't know. Yeah, the ThyDarkHorse has been to Wind Ruins earlier, got the Gust Jaw on the Beanstalk, and bailed after that. Well, did quick wolf case and bailed.
Yeah, they didn't have a bow at the time, so they didn't want to go into Fortress, but NesmaN kept on going into Fortress, and they got their first bow there. So that's where Dark Horse's other bow is, it's in Fortress.
Yeah, but you don't need that.
You don't need it, and Dark Horse didn't even touch Fortress this whole seed, so... Turns out the 2 non-element dungeons were both, well, not barren, but...
Avoidable.
They had optional items. Because the Ocarina was in Graveyard and a bow in Fortress.
Really, the lesson from this seed is don't skip minish loop checks.
Yeah, just don't skip minish loop. I think these guys have been subjected to too many Hendra seeds and have lost their marbles. Because...
yeah, like... If you got that lantern early, and even if, like if you then got the gripping early, the seed would have been really nice. But even just the lantern early into the blue sword,
the flippers were in Eastern Hills Beanstalk. Why do you not immediately go into the Flippers Cave in Bellari area? And then you got your lantern, and then you got your... After you then go to Krenel and get your red sword there, you go to Western Woods and you got your blue sword in Western Woods half an hour in. But it took them an extra hour on top of that to finally get their blue sword. Just because they were like, I have I've got some early items here. Let's skip everything and rush to deep locations that these items unlock.
Which sometimes works out, but there's some things that you shouldn't skip to do that. And I think Goldfish Cave is definitely one of those.
Yeah, Goldfish Cave.
So I missed what was on the clone chest? Like Babcom was all the random item, but which of those?
Oh, I didn't see either.
Okay. Well, it was one of those, so... Another Smoky on the King. We are going to towers today.
NesmaN getting the quick kill on the Black Knight.
Yeah, very clean there.
Quick walk straight away. Oh, interesting.
And then goes to southwest. Okay.
NesmaN feels like
has a strong feeling about where the Vicky is.
NesmaN thinks this is super close right now, and is like, oh, I'm gonna try and do this to.
Yeah, it's not close.
It's not. Oh no, Dark Horse.
Missed some issues with game skip there.
Oh no! Oh, yeah, just reset. It's so much easier just to reset and try again.
And then do Dream Jump, because that doesn't rely on those enemies you killed.
Yeah, Dream Jump.
Okay, he's doing the other strat you posted before.
He's doing my other strat.
And
okay.
That's because he's delaying the glide, right? Like, that looked good, he just wasn't holding down the button.
Yes, I think it was just holding the button.
Like, every other cape jump in this game you want to delay the glide for extra range, not that one, you want hide.
Yeah, this one you just hold the button the whole time. Dream Jump is far easier than my other strat.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting the timing. He's just not getting the jump.
Yeah.
Like, all of those are on the correct timing, he's just falling down before the platform, because he's not getting height. I've done that for a long time, and then at some point it was like...
He's going a little bit early here.
I mean,
if he goes later,
a lot of those would have worked, timing-wise.
Oh, they would have worked if he held the cape the whole time, and they would have also worked if he jumped slightly later, but, like, you just pick one of those and do it, and it will work. There we go.
NesmaN found one Smoky out of both. South Towers is now going for the northwestern tower. That's the other small key, so 2 more checks to go, one of which is the big key.
Turns out it was northeast, and they did all towers.
Yeah, it's going to be here. It's most likely to be vanilla, right?
Yes, it's the most likely location.
It's the most likely single check. It's still only
There it
50%,
is.
but
It was
is there.
vanilla.
and
Yeah.
it was number 8, so yay!
Did NesmaN do that right? How many small keys were in towers? Was it just 2?
That was 8. NesmaN did... there were 2 small keys in towers, NesmaN did both south towers, got 1 small key out of those, did the northwest tower.
And got another small key. Yeah,
got another
okay.
small key.
Yeah, so NesmaN nearly did that perfect.
Yeah, I don't know which of the south towers it was that had the small key.
Well, I guess you're winning today, iBot.
I mean, I do always bet 8, specifically because of the scenario where it's vanilla and you avoid 1 tower.
Rigged. Look, I had the decency to not even look at the spoiler log.
You say that, but with that foresight call, I don't believe you.
It's always there.
Sure. I mean, you did also say that you had the spoiler log open earlier.
I did. No, I opened it afterwards. Yeah, that was after.
Yeah, I know. But that was before the DHC patch.
Yeah. But NesmaN's on to the Vati fights now. Fairly decent Vati one there, just got trolled a bit by the teleports at the end.
So, usual Vati.
Going for... Oh yeah, that's right, they don't have down strikes, so they have to create clones in the
Yeah,
first life.
Dothras was in...
Oh.
Crypt as well? Or Graveyard?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in Graveyard.
Oh. Front, back, and in front again. It's the eye patterns.
Single face back is a bit rarer than the side ones, but I think. But,
No one doing great spin strats. Makes me feel bad.
I mean, NesmaN got there fine with enormous.
Yeah, that was fine.
It was
just
a very clear.
It's slightly faster and way more consistent if you do great spin.
Yeah, it's way easier to do the great spin strats.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not sure it would have saved NesmaN a lot of time there.
It's like it's just on the order of frames because instead of
Yeah, no, like in the situation where you are chasing Vati, saves more time. But when you have a fight that clean, it's not something you need to worry about. So NesmaN getting done with the first part of RT3 there. Now it's just 3 rounds of tennis.
Oh, that was a bit close. I think he was a little bit to the left there, but managed to get a reasonable timing. I think that he got saved by the timing on the sword slash.
Okay.
I've seen it fail in that position there, at least. Yeah, that looks much more safe to me. NesmaN was a little bit to the right. And by a little bit, I mean like 2 pixels.
A pixel, yeah. This part of the fight is quite...
Oh, that was fine. Okay, and yeah, GG.
And we can get NesmaN in here for an interview, so...
GG's, NesmaN.
GG's, thank you.
So,
how did you find that?
I can't really complain. It didn't seem like that much of a trolley seed.
It was a very nice seed, wasn't it? Were you just waiting for the bait at some point? It was like, well, okay, what's the funny business going on with this seed?
Yeah, I was just half expecting something to go wrong somewhere, and I can't believe Fortress wasn't even needed whatsoever.
Yeah, DarkHorse didn't even touch it.
Oh, bloody hell! Where did I make up all the time then?
DarkHorse is...
You know all those locations that you just skipped?
Oh yeah, Tingle Trees?
Did I not do Tingle Trees?
You did not do Tingle
Not
Trees.
Tingle Trees.
Oops, I must have clicked it off by accident then. Whoops.
You didn't touch it.
And other than that, ThyDarkHorse did droplets in without cape.
Yeah.
Ah, right, yeah, I was going to go there, but then I changed my mind, and I was like, no, I'm going to go have a look with Grip Ring and that.
Yeah, both you and DarkHorse got the blue sword at basically exactly the same time. I think DarkHorse got it at 30 seconds after you did, but...
Yeah, always skip Percy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the lantern, both of you got the lantern at basically the same time as well.
Also, we both got that late.
It was so late.
Yeah, when I found it, I was like, oh my god, I bet that's cost me a lot of time.
We were very confused about both of your early routes because you got the it was a bit wild, wasn't it, with the cape? With the cane and the boots, and then.
Yeah, I have to admit I had a hard choice on where I should go from there, and then bombs were in an easy location.
Yeah, you got bombs, and then you headed over to Eastern Hills, got the flippers, and then just avoided Minish Woods entirely.
Well, didn't I at that point go to Krenel?
I think, yeah, because there was also a bottle as well, so...
Yeah. But, like, you still have one check of the Minish loop left, and it's like... Why?
Oh yeah, you still didn't do the chest outside of Deepwood.
Oh yeah, I was just fully concentrating on going with the items that I had. Because it was the same reason why I skipped the basement checks in Droplets, because I was like, I have more or less everything to go into Cloudtop, so I'm going to go there and hope for the best.
Yeah. I think the seed would have been completely different if you had Lantern early.
Yeah, probably would have ended up full clearing Droplets.
Like, yeah, because you wouldn't have gone in... Would you have just been in go mode before basically touching any dungeon? Obviously, you do Cave of Flames first.
You needed to dip Deepwood for the Grip Ring before.
Oh yeah, Deepwood. Oh,
yeah,
that's
probably
right.
would have gone to Graveyard earlier. Because we're having Lantern as early as what we could have done. We could have checked Percy immediately.
Graveyard would have had your Ocarina, so...
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, it was in the top right chest in the graveyard.
I have to admit that was one item that I was hoping I didn't get. I was just waiting for like something like Yalari to turn up.
Yeah, we did not see Yalari at all. Or maybe ThyDarkHorse did it.
DarkHorse did do Yellari. They full cleared like everything before going back to Fortress.
So ThyDarkHorse skipped dipped out of Windruns after the Gust Jar.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
that's
that Kingston after that was their pro mod. Which they found when you were in DHC, so...
Where was the last Kinstone that ThyDarkHorse was searching for?
In Windruns, you remember the one like right before Fortress?
Yeah, the chest right outside Fortress.
They didn't even go to Fortress.
No,
Did they leave as soon as they got Gust Jar?
They got the Gust Jar.
They did quick walk caves, they left.
How do you do quick walk caves without getting that chest there?
Because they climbed down
to the portal, and when you go there the first time, instead of killing the armors, you just...
Yeah, he didn't kill the Armos or get that other chest.
Oh, strange.
Yeah.
I imagine that hurt watching that myth.
Yeah. I mean, when we got the Gust Jar off of the Beanstalk, Ibot was just like, "Oh, you bail here, don't you?" And I'm like, "No, you stay in the Fortress because obviously the bow's going to be in Fortress."
Yeah, I can't believe Bo was in Fortress. And then it turned out to be useless.
Like, yeah, in this seed it wasn't the correct play, but I still don't hate baiting there.
Yeah.
Considering the amount of times Lantern's been in Fortress with them kind of items that you've got, I just couldn't pass it up.
Yeah, I think you guys were a bit like... You're too used to horrible seeds where when you get items, all of the fast checks that you get with those are going to be basically junk, and then your progression is literally in the last possible location.
Yeah, after watching what happened on the weekly last Sunday, I was dreading today.
Thing is, no one's played one of my seeds in a very long time.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
I've got a big stockpile of them because I keep rolling them, and I was like, "Oh no, we're using someone else's seed today." I'm like, okay.
Please keep that troll chained up for a little while longer.
You need to.
We're not letting Henrys roll seeds.
You need some normal Minish Cap seeds, and I think I'm rolling pretty straight, normal seeds at the moment.
Yeah, I would put this down as a normal seed. It was a good finish time for me.
Yeah, you guys have just been, traumatized by Hendrix seeds, so you lost your ability to do regular routing.
Yeah, because I mean, as much as we made fun saying that your seeds had no logic, I think your seeds have far more logic than what Hendrix has been creating recently.
Henrys, you're not really helping your point there.
He says mostly unharmed. I don't think he's speaking mentally. Yeah, we all kind of feel like Hendrix has done that.
Anyways, we are on a 15-minute delay here, so TDH will have finished in 15 minutes, is not going to join us for interview. So, don't know if you have anything more to say here, NesmaN, about the seed, or any final remarks you want to make. Hope you're looking forward to Game 3.
Yeah, congratulations
NesmaN
on
already
winning.
left.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm sure they're still in chat.
NesmaN's still in chat, but yeah, they have evened out the score. It is 1-1, and Game 3 is going to be the decider.
Yeah, that has not been scheduled yet, but look forward to that coming up shortly. We do have another game of the top 4. The other semifinals match is going to have their game 2 on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern? 5 p.m. Eastern? 5 p.m. Eastern, right?
That's going to be Luna versus Goldfish. I think Nori's going to get Game 3.
Yeah, Nori was about to roll for this one, and then Myth was like, I thought I had rolled for this. Which, okay. Fair enough. But yeah, probably going to be a Nori seed for Game 3 of this.
Weekly and after the last race of this...
I mean, the weekly you rolled the wrong kind of seed. And
yeah, and then it was like, okay,
would you really have wanted to deprive people of that experience that was that Henry seed?
I didn't see it, but all I heard was screams of agony. So
it was great to watch.
Screaming and wailing.
Let's put it that way.
Utter chaos.
Yeah. Also coming up this weekend, we have the variety race, which is going to be
Softlock percent. Sorry.
Race settings, no logic, fire rod.
That's right. It's fire rod. It's get yourself stuck in walls.
Yeah, save often, but
I did try a seed earlier today and had an unrecoverable
save more often than Myth did.
1 hour 40 minutes in and couldn't finish.
I mean, you say you couldn't finish, but if that happens in a race and you know where everything, getting to the few items that you need with the fire rod doesn't actually take.
I wouldn't have remembered. It was literally at the beginning, so I'd have to play through everything again.
Yeah, save more often than that.
Yeah, I just assumed that all soft locks we could break out of with a quick warp, but I then forgot that if you play the ocarina whilst you're glitched inside of a wall, then you get completely hard locked and can't do any inputs.
It wasn't playing the ocarina?
Yeah, I played the ocarina whilst... You know when you get stuck inside of a wall and when you try moving, Link kind of just vibrates in place?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in that position, if you play the ocarina, you just... It just hard locks the game and no inputs do anything.
Huh.
It doesn't crash the game, it just...
Yeah, you just can't do anything.
Yeah.
But is that the only way you can, like, not get out of soft lock?
It's the one way I found. I played the ocarina by accident. I didn't want to play the ocarina then. It was... I think there's a few other things you can do there without... you can get out without crashing. Yeah, no, it was because I was trying to use the fire rod, and because I had the ocarina on the other button there. Yeah, so basically don't have the ocarina out when you're trying to use the fire rod.
Yeah, if that's the only, like... I guess Rando does have more opportunities to pause than normal game does, right? So maybe that's actually the only one where you can't quick warp out.
Yeah, exactly.
Not sure about that. Still save often.
Yeah.
And yeah, TDH is now coming up on the Gauntlet, and the Varti Files does have the Din's Charm equipped. He's going to use that for Dark Knights probably.
No one doing the cutscene skip here.
It doesn't really skip the cutscene.
Well, it plays both the cutscenes at the same time instead of one after the other, and saves. Yeah. I timed how much it saved. I can't remember how much it does, but
It was a few seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
Like 1 or 2 seconds, thereabouts.
I think it's like 90 frames, which is 1.5 seconds.
So 1 or 2 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems about right.
I think we're just gonna watch Dark Horse do the Vati fights then.
Yeah, at this point, like, that's what we are just waiting for here, right? For Dark Horse to finish Vati. Since it's just going to be a hopefully quick Vati fight.
Yeah, Dark Horse was just really unfortunate with this seed. A lot of their plays just didn't work out, and yeah, they just got kind of bullied by a lot of the item locations, like the cape being in Vale Falls, taking them a while to get. Lantern in Lantern in Goldfish Caves, even though NesmaN also did the same thing. They both lost a lot of time from not getting the Lantern that early. And then, yeah, the final Kinstone as well.
Yeah. I mean, that happens sometimes with Rando, and, like, they've both been playing in a way that's, like, could easily get you punished for skipping something.
Yeah, absolutely.
And ThyDarkHorse just got the worst of it.
Yeah, Dark Horse and NesmaN are both incredibly similar runners in the way they route this game.
Like, if that last Kinstone had been Tinga Trees instead, that would have been a very different situation. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But as per horseshoe theory, there couldn't have been a Kinstone in Tingle Trees.
Yeah.
Right, that is Vati 2 dealt with. I keep saying horseshoe theory. I should explain what horseshoe theory is. Horseshoe theory is that as a young lad in the riding of Yorkshire, young NesmaN had an unfortunate day with a horse. It booted him up the arse and forever lodged a horseshoe up his anus, and it has resulted in him being never punished in randomizers from this day onwards.
Who came up with that again? Like, it was in game 1 of this series.
I'm pretty sure it was Hendris. Yeah, it was me and Hendris just having a bit of a back and forth. But that, horseshoe theory is essentially that because of that cosmic event, NesmaN can't ever forget a location that has a required item. If NesmaN skips somewhere and forgets that it exists, it's because there was there was never anything there in the first place. And I feel sorry for all the raiders that came in at just the wrong...
We are on the second run of finishing the final boss in, like, a minute. Or less, yeah. Like, 2 more times riffing the blue balls, and that's it for the seed.
Yep, and that is the second hit. Need one more. Oh. Oof. Oh, are they going to back it up? Oh, that was close.
It was very close.
Yeah, it's really difficult to back it up.
I mean, that was very nice move
There we go.
allow you to get bigger into it. So
yeah,
that's that.
and that's
ThyDarkHorse also
course.
finishing.
So yeah, that's it for game 2. They are now 1-1, and we're gonna have to wait until game 3 to decide which one of NesmaN and DarkHorse is gonna move on to the finals.
Indeed, and ThyDarkHorse is declining an interview, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I want to thank iBot02 and Myth197 for commentating for us, and thank you to our attractors Hendris and how do you say Kochiev? I hope I said that right. Thank you for tracking. Everyone did an awesome job. Thank you to NesmaN and ThyDarkHorse for the race as well. Very enjoyable, and I'm definitely looking forward to their final matchup. Right now, over on ZSR3, we have a Breath of the Wild match, so we're going to go raid them. And coming up later today, we have some Wind Waker Randomizer spoiler log tournament matches at, let's see here, at 5:50 p.m.
5:50 and 6:20.
Yes, yeah, so in a couple hours. And then at 8 o'clock p.m. we have Breath of the Wild any percent tournament match again. And another spoiler log tournament for Wind Waker at 9:50 p.m. So tonight is quite packed with Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild content. So I hope you all find something you want to enjoy. And with that, we're going to go raid the matches happening right now. Thank you all for watching, everybody, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye!
See ya.
Good night.